Destiny over drama. Where do I begin? Okay, so I won't go as far back as being a teenage mom, but that does have something to do with it. Let's just say in 1988, I gave birth to my firstborn. And the only thing he loved outside of me and God was music. So as years went by, his stage name was Drama. I said was because he's no longer with us. And in 2018, 2017, I was considered for a Grammy for Best Gospel Single, and that single was Destiny. I say this all the time. I gave birth to my son, but he gave life to me after his death. And that birthed Destiny over Drama. What I realized was that although my son had passed away, my firstborn, the person who made me a mom, who gave me accountability and responsibility, was no longer here. I was. And as long as I had breath in my body, I had to continue to push past the pain to my purpose and continue to walk in destiny. Well, I tell people, and I believe it with my whole heart, what happens is sometimes we have to be pushed into destiny because we get too comfortable where we are. And I was that. I was good with being in the background. I was good with helping support everybody else. And there just came a time where God was like, nope, no more. You need to come to the front. And so because I'm disobedient sometimes, it took for a situation with me on a former radio platform to have to push me into what? My destiny. That destiny turned into DOD Radio Network, right? So here we have Destiny Over Drama Network. And I'm happy about it. You know they say, do it scared. I don't know if I'm doing it scared, but I am going to do it. And so I thank you for this journey that you are going to travel with me. I thank you for the support. I thank you for all the bumps and bruises that I'm going to have along this way. But my son told me a long time ago, way before he passed away, he said, Ma, you're going to be known as the comeback kid. People know your story about the molestation. People know the story about the incest. People know the story about your homelessness. People know the story about your domestic violent relationships. People know the story about you being a teenage mom. People know the story about your rejection, Father. Oh, I was getting ready to start preaching, y'all. I start going. But people know that story. But now they're going to know me as the comeback kid. Destiny over drama. That's where it all began, but it's just the beginning.
Wow.